Um, this takes place during the Han Dynasty, where 2 sentries are moving on the Great Wall of China at night, looking around. When two Hansmen attack them out of nowhere. They were part of the Shang Yu's Huntsman army, and were beginning to strike on China. Meanwhile, back at the Fa family's house, Mulan and her father were enjoying themselves a nice tea ceremony session when the general the general of the Chinese army comes in to inform Fa Zhao about he gives them the notice about needing to serve in the Chinese army because of every
War again?
Well, they want you to join.
I think then we could change the tide.
Mulan didn't want her father to go because he was old and he's served before and crippled. So that night, while her father was asleep, Mulan steals his sword and armor and heads out to the Chinese camp to take her place, disguised as a man. As she approaches to the camp, she sees the soldiers training under the orders of General Shang. Mulan arrives to see this and joins in too, pretending to be a man with a deep voice. After long intense training, the the Chinese army arrives to fight the Hunsmen. Take off the black shirts, JP. Sylvia, the black. They fight a long battle against the Huntsmen and the Chinese army. During the battle, Mulan gets gravely injured on the side. The Chinese seemed victorious against the Huns, so the Huns escape and run off. The doctor tends to Mulan's wounds and discovers her secret, informing Shang about her truth. The doctor tells Shang about the secret. The Chinese army sends Mulan back home, now as a girl. As she arrives at China, she discovers the Huns attacking the emperor's palace, so she goes out to save the emperor. They fight, long battles. She seems victorious and defeats them. Mulan saves the day and gets with Shang. Shang marries Mulan. And then, falling in love with Mulan, Shang marries Mulan, and they live happily ever after. Or do they? Dun dun dun. The end.